Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another World of Tanks replay, and today guys, I am playing here on, I believe, the Tundra map, which I did get it correct, awesome. Playing here on the Tundra map in a nice standard battle in my artillery, the M53 M55, the Tier 9 American artillery. Now, this artillery is, I just love this thing. Mostly with the AP as well. The HE on it is pretty good, but in this match I decided to go with just a full loadout of AP to see what I could do, and we're going to actually have some pretty good results here. So first off, what we got going right now is we got a few enemy tanks going to the western end. I'm really focusing down on this T110E4 though. Can we hit him? Oh, that's gotta hurt. That has gotta hurt. That is why I love the AP on this thing. Look at that damage. Almost 1,500 damage on that. What's the standard on this? Like 1,450? So we did roll a little bit high, which was very nice, and that's exactly why I love the AP on this tank. Just, you get the shot off, if you're lucky enough to hit, you get just nice, beautiful damage numbers on tanks, especially on very dangerous tanks, such as that T110E4, and very soon, hopefully, on the 113. Fortunately, still loading. That's the one bad thing about this. 38 seconds is quite a long reload. Unfortunately, we take a punt at the E50M, not quite getting there, just falling short of his front plate. Now, the team is looking pretty good. We got a Jagdpanzer E100 supporting the hill. We got Tier 10 heavies and Tier 9 tank destroyer, and also a Tier 10 tank destroyer over on the western end, just fighting off really not a lot of enemy tanks. And I'm not sure exactly why they're sitting there. Could have just been, maybe there's something hiding back there, maybe the grill, who is actually, no, he's on the east, so team probably should be pushing more on the western side to try and kill this E100. But unfortunately, they're just kind of sitting back and waiting. But that's not really any of my concern. The hill is more of my concern, considering that is where the brunt force of the enemy tanks are, and hopefully we can get a nice hit on this 113. Ooh. Rolling slightly low, still another 1,400 damage done though. That is, like I said, that is just why I love the armor piercing on this tank. It's got very good penetration of, I believe, like 241? Yeah, 241, 1,450 alpha damage as kind of like the standard, and just the whole artillery piece in general is amazing. It's fast, it's got a good firing arc, it's very mobile, it's got like a rear mounted turret so you can aim in a nice, like I said, a big arc, and it's just an amazing artillery. Can we hit this T-32? Oh no, the gun mantlet shot though. Why you gotta do this to me, Artie? No, especially when you get like shots like 38 seconds apart, you really don't want that to happen. That is just, those are not the good things to have happen. You definitely want to be getting this damage done, especially when your team's starting to feel like this. 3 to 6. Ooh. Our heavies are still sitting there on the western flank waiting. And not looking too good on the eastern flank though. The T-32 takes a cliff dive off the hill, and fortunately he doesn't take any damage. But we do still have targets lit up, so let's do what we can to try and take these guys out. I'm mostly trying to prioritize the people who I can actually see and who I can actually do damage to, who are going to be a real big threat. People like this T-54, who hopefully I can do a nice big shot on. Our Jagdpanzer 100 takes out the T-57 heavy. We still have the Batchat and the T-34 over there, who the T-34 just got taken out. Hopefully the Batchat can take out this T-34 until, or hopefully he doesn't die. And nope, looks like that T-32 who took a big cliff dive there actually got him taken out. So we're not looking too good on the eastern flank. Our heavies have fallen apart on the western flank too, so I'm going to be in a very, very tight spot here very, very soon. We do have a light tank over there on the west. We have an E100, a grill, and the enemy artillery, so more than likely we're going to have to relocate very soon if we have any chance to survive this. I want to get a shot off on this T-32 before I can try and relocate. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit, and about around here is when I actually noticed that we are just massively failing on the west. So, kind of trying to predict what the enemy team is doing. They're kind of moving more to the eastern side, so noting that the mountain range over here is actually open, I'm going to take that opportunity to try and sneak behind them. So what this is going to do is they're going to try and come this way and just look in like the regular artillery places, but I'm not going to be there. Nah, I ain't going to be there at all. I'm going to be out of here, hopefully free from harm's way, but unfortunately, I did notice a grill was coming this way. Now, I do only have AP, so I have to be very careful here. I have to get a good high damage roll or else it's game over. And there he is, 1436, he's on 39 HP, and he tracks me. I repair it instantly, and just because of the massive weight of this thing, I ram him to death. Now, whether or not that was a good idea is kind of debatable, but still, the grill is dead. We still have a lot of our hit points left, about 403 out of our 450. And we still do have one more allied tank. I thought the T110E4 would last a little bit longer, but unfortunately not. And what is this E100 doing? Is he really going to do this? This E100, a tier 10 heavy tank, is going to chase an artillery down, who is monumentally faster than him, might I add. This thing can do 56 kilometers an hour. I have an E100. It can only do probably 28 to 30, so there's no way he's going to be able to catch me. Now, considering it is a 2v4 situation, I want to take out the easiest targets. Now, where is this FE3805? Surely he was paying attention. Okay, nope. He was not paying attention to the map. He was more paying attention to the Yaguru E100, and we nicely take him out there. We are now 4 kills deep, 5,700, actually, yeah, 5,743 damage. I was about to say like 57,000. Holy cow, that would be a lot of damage. But again, this E100 is just trying to chase me. I totally thought I would be dead there. Thankfully not. We still have the Jagdpanzer E100 down there. He's got a lot of hit points left. Hopefully he can keep them around. He does only have a Tiger 2 and an LTTB to kill. And the Tiger 2, he could very nearly one-shot and then try and ram to death. But it is a Jagdpanzer E100. Is very susceptible to being flanked by light tanks, and especially being penned by tanks that are firing APCR, such as that Tiger 2, who is going to be firing APCR. Now, I'm trying to do what I can for this Jagdpanzer E100 right now. Unfortunately, I'm on the hill, trying to run away from the regular E100 on the enemy team, but I also want to try and get shots on these guys to maybe help him out, like take one of the tanks out, maybe take out the Tiger 2 or the LTTB, so that way he can survive a little bit longer. Unfortunately, like I said, the Tiger 2 firing APCR he's doing a lot of work on this Jagdpanzer 100. He's only got 204 HP left, and that is not good. Thankfully, he takes the Tiger 2 out, and now it is a 1 versus 2 situation. Now, in this situation, it'd probably be best for artillery to sit in the corner and wait. Like, maybe wait in a bush, shotgun an enemy who comes by, and then pretty much after that you'd probably more than likely be dead if there was 2 enemies left like there is here. But what I'm thinking is I have to go more on the offensive defensive, and what that means is I need to attack to a position and then hold that position to not let anybody get past it. Now, considering there is an LTTB, he is a light tank, so he's going to be very quick. I did kind of see him swerve this way, so I'm waiting for him over here. But unfortunately, he actually went behind me, so this is very, very bad. Thankfully, though, he doesn't actually take advantage of the situation. He had my back. He could have easily put some shots into me, tracked me, and held me there. But instead, he decided to, again, it looked like he cliff dive off. So he's kind of trying to pull some risky flanking maneuvers here. Unfortunately, I was paying attention, and he did cliff dive off. Is he going to be able to hit? Unfortunately, doesn't hit, and pays the price for it. So, 5 kills deep, 6,196 damage. This is... wow. This is a monumental game right here. Right now, my adrenaline was pumping, just absolutely skyrocketing, waiting to see what was going to happen. Now, just assessing the situation. I am in an artillery piece. Unfortunately, I don't have high explosive loaded. The E100 has very, very thick armor. Even on the back of his tank, he has probably more armor than I could even penetrate with my AP. So this is going to be a very difficult task to try and win this battle. But I also know that he was on the bridge. He was on the bridge. Thankfully, I was in a good position to get out of there and escape. And again, This artillery piece is very fast. There's no way the C-100 is going to be able to climb up the hill or even climb down the hill in the span of time it'll take me to get away, especially since I did see him going down the hill, so we're going to use good advantage of this little dip right here and just kind of drive off this cliff. Now the best outcome for this kind of situation would in fact be a draw, as I'm trying to ask the Jagdpanzer if you would be okay with a draw. So more than likely we're going to have to draw this game. There's no way in my mind without having premium high explosive or regular high explosive that I can win this game. Even if I get close enough to the E-100 to be able to shotgun him, the most damage I'll be able to do is anywhere from 14 to 1600 at the best. So this is going to be a very difficult game of cat and mouse. And thankfully, I am both the cat and the mouse because of the gun that I have on this thing. So my course of action is kind of to anticipate where the E-100 is going to go. He was on the hill, looked like he was moving down the hill. He could have turned around and came towards our cap circle. So what I want to do is I want to put some very good solid concealment and cover between me and him. And so I decided to get on pretty much the starting position that I went for. This mountain range over here on the west to try and find a good spot to just kind of sit and wait it out and see what's going to happen. So what is going to happen? Just kind of drive up here a little bit, see if he's coming around this way, just kind of make sure that he's not going to surprise attack me. But it doesn't look like he's over here yet. He is actually in our base, which is worst case scenario. This is the worst possible scenario to happen during this game, is him to get into a position where I cannot sneak attack him. I can sneak attack him, but not in the best way that I possibly could. What I would definitely need is some good solid like bushes, like multiple layers of bushes that I could poke through, spot him, pull back, wait for my gun to aim in, and then shotgun to see if I could get some damage on him and reset the cap. But unfortunately, with the time left on the game and the time it takes for this thing to reload, it's definitely a very tricky situation. So what I'm thinking he's hugging the rock, possibly facing towards the north. Now that probably would have been the last position he saw me go to, is right around the area where I dropped off that little ledge. So I could have easily went north, but unfortunately he wasn't even by the rock. He was right there in the middle of the cap circle and it bounced off. Now if I had high explosive, I would have been able to track him, reset the cap, and just kind of sit back and wait. But unfortunately, because I decided to go with an all AP loadout, it's gonna be really down to the wire. When I was actually in this game, I was timing my reload and it was timed exactly with the countdown timer, so I'd have to push in from another position and be able to shotgun him and reset the cap. Even if I tracked him, there was no way he would be able to cap. Is he going to be able to finish me right here, though? There's 2 seconds, 1 second, I am loaded. And unfortunately, we're not able to get the shot off on him to reset the cap. And the enemy team, as well as I did play to try and win this game, they do end up picking up the victory. So very, very good job to them. Thank you so much for them to playing and giving me such a good experiential battle here in the M53, M55. Now hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching this. Stick around, we're going to check out the post-battle results screen to see exactly what we got out of this battle. Alright ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-battle results screen. Here we are on the defeat, unfortunately on the Tundra map in the M53, M55. We actually didn't do that bad that I actually thought we did. We got a nice first mark of excellence on the M53, M55, one that I haven't been able to attain until this battle. We got a nice mastery class badge for some reason or other, just probably doing a decent job in this game. We got a fighter medal, we got a Gores medal for driving an SPG and causing 10 times the amount of hit points of your vehicle, a high caliber, again, just kind of because we did a lot of damage, and a kamikaze for ramming a grill to death, which was probably the highlight of this game, I would say. So, just checking out the team score here, we got a nice pretty much just a big damage number. 61, 96, 5 kills, 740 base experience for a defeat, which is actually not bad considering the enemy team had quite a lot of high experience earners on their team. Even the T110E4 who died early on did actually quite a bit of experience there. And just kind of a little bit of checking out the detailed report. We got 11 shots fired, 8 direct hits, 6 penetrations, so about half of our shells penetrated and about 3/4 of them hit. We did quite a bit of damage. A lot of our damage was actually done pretty close. About 3 to 2,000 was actually done within 300 meters. And after all that, we came out with a pretty decent profit of 23,388. So if you guys enjoyed, feel free to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. And if you want to see more, feel free to click the more info icon on that side of the screen, which I can never remember which side to point to. But again, thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I would love for you guys to have a great day. So take care, and I'll see you in the next video.